Leaders want results. Too many leaders have the idea that blame or shame helps people do better. Based on research and our accumulated experience, this is not accurate. Blame. When we blame, we censure, invalidate, or discredit others, stating or implying their professional, social, or moral irresponsibility. Shame. When we feel shame, it's a self-conscious, self-loathing emotion. Shame promotes feelings of distress, exposure, mistrust, powerlessness, and worthlessness. In a one-on-one session with a leader, Diana asked, "What do you want to focus on today?" The leader, Priyanka, responded, "The fact that I'm stupid." A million things were running through Diana's head, but she simply responded, "Tell me more." Priyanka talked for quite some time. She explained how she had failed at helping her team. She assumed that she wasn't knowledgeable enough. She shared that she was blamed for ineffectively communicating with the team members. She noted how exhausted she was and that there was no break in sight. She repeated that she failed the team. She kept returning to the shaming statement that she was stupid. Diana took a step back to clarify the purpose of Priyanka's actions. She asked, "How were you trying to help? What were the outcomes you were trying to lead the team to accomplish?" Priyanka rattled them off quickly. 1, her team asked her to do this, so she wanted to be responsive and helpful. 2, saving team members time by communicating on their behalf. 3, keeping everyone and everything aligned on the goal. 4, knowing the status and controlling the situation. Then Diana asked, with a leader being the go-between, which of these benefits would be achievable, even with all the intelligence in the world? Priyanka paused. She raised her head just a tiny bit. She started to say, "Maybe saving," but trailed off. She interrupted herself to acknowledge, "Actually, none of these." She sighed and paused for a long, silent moment. This approach was never going to work. As the conversation continued, Diana heard these beautiful words. "I'm not stupid. Here's what I'm going to try next time." Priyanka wanted to help her team, her organization, and her customers. Her intent was amazing. Her goals were what many expect from leaders. Priyanka's choice to be the go-between is not out of the ordinary, and the failure to achieve results with this approach is unsurprising. Not being a bottleneck was the issue that needed resolution, yet their blame and her shame distracted from solving this real issue. Fault-finding is a popular sport. It gives the illusion of making things better, but it rarely leads to real improvement. In fact, it engenders destructive emotional responses. Feeling blamed by others leads to hiding out and inaction. Fearing we'll become the target of blame leads to deflecting and hiding mistakes. Accepting the shame of doing it wrong decreases our sense of self-worth. Everyone on Priyanka's team, including Priyanka herself, defaulted to deciding who was at fault and why. But Priyanka was not stupid and wasn't a poor communicator. This focus created wasted energy. When we feel blamed by others or shamed by ourselves, we cripple our ability to perform well. We become incapable of innovative, creative thought. Movement in a new direction comes with too much threat. Fault-finding, judgments, blame, and shame work together to prompt a negative downward spiral. All continue a vicious blame cycle that is unproductive. We must break free to achieve resiliency and results. Why breaking free of blame is critical. What do we mean by breaking free of blame? That people stop taking time to find the person to skewer with blame, including themselves. We've seen the waste and damage in business failures, as well as damage to personal and interpersonal relationships. According to Daniel Kahneman in Thinking Fast and Slow,